How you doing, bub? Welcome to the malware. I'm Matt, and if you've been living under a rock, the company and the game engine Unity has decided to implode. So let's get into that. Today, we announced a change to our business model, which includes new additions to our subscription plans and the introduction of a runtime fee. Now, if you don't know what that runtime fee is, here they're going to charge people for installs. So if you make a game with the Unity engine and you meet certain parameters, you have to start paying for installs. That's insane. You have to pay the Unity company as a game developer, which you already have an account with. It's the Unity Pro or the higher account. You have to pay for people installing your game. That's absurd. It's totally absurd. Today, a large majority of Unity editor users are currently not paying for anything and will not be affected by the change. The Unity runtime fee will not impact the majority of our developers. Developers who are impacted are generally those who have successful games and are generating revenue way above the thresholds we outlined in our blog. This means that developers who are still building their business and growing the audience of their games will not pay a fee. Okay, that's because most of these people are not making a lot of money. It's like saying, hey, we're going to put a tax on YouTube creators who have over 100,000 subscribers. That's a pretty low number. That is a very low number. Of the general people using YouTube, look, I don't even have 100, let alone 100,000. This is ridiculous. We want to be clear that the counter for Unity runtime fee install starts on the 1st of 2024. It is not retroactive or perpetual. So they're basically saying when we hit January 1st, 2024, we're going to start charging for installs for these companies. Stupid. This is very stupid. However, we continue on. Granted, this was about a week ago. We want to acknowledge the confusion and frustration we heard after we announced our new runtime fee policy. We'd like to clarify some of your top questions and concerns. Who was impacted by this price increase? The price increase is very targeted. In fact, more than 90% of our customers will not be affected by this change. So, they're looking for their top 10%. That's it right there. Customers who will be impacted are generally those who have found a substantial scale in downloads and revenue and have reached both our install and revenue thresholds. Meaning, so say there's a free-to-play game. It's not going to affect the free-to-play people unless they have a model that gives them, battle passes, that sort of stuff, like all these big name companies do. It shouldn't affect them because they don't hit the revenue threshold. That's what they're saying. And if you don't hit the install, say you have a $60 game, for example, and you don't hit the amount of installs you need, but you somehow make the revenue, you won't be affected that way either. That's what this is saying. The fee on new installs only, which is insane to me. Once you meet the 2 install and revenue thresholds, you will pay the runtime fee on new installs after January 1st, 2024. Whenever a new device downloads the game, think about every cell phone or mobile game. Think about every computer. Think about, oh, you know what? I upgraded my graphics card and my CPU. Well, the computer, Steam thinks it's a different computer. So when you download it again, bam, it's another install. That's 20 cents per pop. Less if you're paying for a higher tier, but still quite a lot of money. How we define and count installs. Reinstall charges. We don't charge a fee for reinstalls on the same device. Fraudulent install charges. So this is pirating. Somehow they know it's a pirated game. I don't know about that one. Trials, partial play demos, and automation installs. Web and streaming games. So stuff that's only on the web. Say like a HTML5 game, like a Flash game. And charity related installs. So stuff from charity bundles and initiatives. That's what they're saying. Community Notes comes in, says, hey, guess what? Unity states that only 10% of their customers are affected, making it sound less bad than it is. As of the Gaming Report 2022, so last year, that's a while now, Unity had 230,000 developers. So 10% of that is 23,000 developers affected by the change. That's still a pretty big number. Lots of studios have posted statements about moving engines because of this change. Very interesting, eh? Well then, cut to yesterday. We heard you. We apologize for the confusion and angst the runtime fee policy we announced on Tuesday caused. We are listening, talking to our team members, community, customers, and partners, and we'll be making changes to the policy. We will share an update in a couple of days. Thank you for your honest and critical feedback. And then, I come in here and post, we're sorry. We're sorry. Oh, we're so sorry. Yeah, we're sorry. We're sorry. I gotta stop that. The This is a disaster, man. It's a disaster for Unity. It's one of the dumbest things I've ever seen a company do. It's suicide. It is, because all goodwill is gone. Nobody wants to develop on Unity anymore. Just like that. One statement. Very quick. And a lot of people have made videos about this. One guy I want to highlight today. We won't go into all this video, but Upper Echelon. This was reacted to by Asmongold. Very good video. How some of the background players are in the works here. It's very fascinating who is involved, and I'll just kind of skip along to where the CEO of a company called Iron Source, as we see down in the title of this video, happens to have very strong ties to Unity, is on the board of Unity. And not only that, happens to have ties with other tech giant people, part of the PayPal Mafia. It's very interesting stuff. People like Peter Thiel, which should be a pretty big name, the Don of the PayPal Mafia as he's known.
Both was predicting success, quote unquote, for Elon Musk at Twitter, stating that his firm, Sequoia Capital, conducted due diligence and the business model can be improved. But let's expand on that comparison. See, Twitter actually made radical changes to their API pricing model not long after Elon's takeover, and those changes are not dissimilar to those of Unity. Personally, I ran up against this when trying to map these huge...
Very interesting. Twitter's business model has changed, similar to what Unity was trying to do. And Twitter's been radically successful
for API usage, and Reddit CEO Steve Huffman is on record praising Elon Musk's new monetization tactics for Twitter as a platform, explicitly saying that their conversations had been inspiring for him. Flash forward today, and we now see Unity opting to continue that very same trend. Logistically, protecting game includes names like...
Now, I want to show you this kind of list of PayPal Mafia members. Peter Thiel, Max Levchin, another higher up at PayPal, Elon Musk. So this has come to Elon Musk. David O. Sachs, Scott Bannister, another member of PayPal, Steve Chen, co-founder of YouTube, Reid Hoffman, early investor of Facebook, Chad Hurley, co-founder of YouTube. There's very large names. And right in here, trail off Botha, which, granted, this is a nice joke. Definitely watch this dude's videos because they're awesome. Sequoia Capital, the capital firm, happens to be a lead in the Unity board. Happens to be on the Unity board, excuse me, and is also part of Iron Source. There's a lot of weird tech things going on, and for some reason, I guess they were trying to think that the Twitter model could work for a game engine. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna really pan out the way you expected it. This video goes on to show that some of these big players who happen to have stock in Unity selling it like hotcakes because they knew this was going to be bad. Very interesting video. I fully recommend checking it out. Thank you for checking out my video. Appreciate you. And have a good day to you. Bye for now.